Okay, we're now going to start the practical part of the driving test. We're going to be driving on a number of different types of road, and we're looking for you to make good progress appropriate to the conditions on that road. For the period of the test, follow the road straight ahead unless road signs or I tell you otherwise. Okay?
Okay.
Right, I'd like to, when we leave the junction here, we're going to turn right and then immediately pull up on the left hand side once we're going around the corner.
Right, so I'm just looking to the right and to the left to make sure the road's clear, and then I'm just going to pull out. I'm going to look for a safe, convenient and legal place to park on the left. I don't need a signal as I've got no following traffic. Handbrake on, car into neutral, wait for the next instruction.
Up ahead, we're now going to do the independent part of the driving test. On the road sign in front of you, we're going to see air, and we're going to take the third exit at that roundabout. And until you're told otherwise, I want you to keep following signs for air. At some point I may give you another destination as we're going along.
Okay.
When you're ready, carry on.
Right, so I'm going to get the car prepared by setting the biting point, check my interior mirror, right door mirror, right hand blind spot. There's nobody coming, and I'm going to pull away from the side. Again, no need to use a signal. Taking the road for air, so it's the third exit on the roundabout, so I'm going to put a signal on to allow other road users knowledge of where I intend to go. I'm in second gear, I'm looking to the right, the road looks clear. We glance to the left to make sure that nobody's coming through the roundabout. And as I go around, I'll check my mirrors, interior and left, signal left to come off the roundabout, and then clear the exit of the roundabout as quickly as I can. The road speed for this road is 40 miles an hour. There is a car in front of me with L plates on, so they could be a hazard to me further down the road. Just going to check my mirrors and update the information round about me. I see a sign coming up on the left hand side, and I can see that the road to air is the road ahead, so it will be the second exit on the roundabout. As I approach, I'm going to come off the gas and cover the brake. I'm not going to brake yet, but I'm going to gently brake now to allow the car behind me to know that I'm going to be slowing down. As I look to the right, I see a black car coming round. It's not coming round in front of me, but second gear was appropriate for that roundabout. Mirrors are checked again, signal left to come off. I see a car gaining on me on the back of me, so I'm just going to accelerate away from him. Speed for this road is still 40 miles an hour. Check my mirrors and see if I have a nice gap, which I do now. I see another road sign coming up. Still can't read it, but I'm going to check my mirrors because I can identify a hazard. I can see the road. To the right is the one for air, so check my interior and right door mirror. I'm going to signal right, cover the brake, gently brake, and assess the roundabout to the right. The roundabout looks clear, stick it into third gear because my speed is about 25 miles an hour, and I'm going to continue to the inside of the roundabout, following the curb round, nice and close but not too close. The exit before the one I'm taking is just coming up, so I'll check my mirrors and look for that car behind me, and I'll change my signal to left. I see a cyclist, so I just held off the gas there, make sure they were clear of the road, cancel my signal, and I know that the speed for this road is now 60 miles an hour.
I'd now like you to start following the signs for Kilmarnock.
Okay, so I've been given a new destination, so I'm going to check my mirrors because something's going to be happening in the future. Oh, I see a roundabout sign, so I must be going somewhere. So check my mirrors for the roundabout, and as I get closer I can see Kilmarnock is on the right hand side, so again it's the third exit. So I'm going to gently brake, pop my signal on, looking to the right, the road's clear, but it's quite a tight corner, so I'm just reducing my speed so I can get better control of the car so I don't swap the lanes. Check my mirrors again, signal's still on. And we're going to keep the car nice and close to the curb, keeping an eye on those mirrors because there's a silver car coming down the left hand side of me, and I just want to make sure that he takes the exit that he's signalling for. I'm going to check my mirrors and signal to the left, and I'm going to come off on the left hand lane of the slip road because the right hand lane is really for overtaking. Check my mirrors, and then I'm going to speed up towards the bypass, which this road is 60 miles an hour, but as soon as I enter it's going to be 70. So I see a car coming up on my right hand side. As I check my my mirrors, and I'm just going to check my blind spot to make sure nobody's there, and then I'm just going to follow the road out. Now I'm following the signs for Kilmarnock, and I can see a new sign up on the left hand side, which is the next exit for Kilmarnock. So at 300 yards I've checked my mirrors. At 200 yards I'm going to pop my signal on to allow people to know that I'm taking this exit, and at 100 yards I'm just going to ease back off the gas so that I'm at an appropriate speed to go to Kilmarnock. You can see that Kilmarnock's on the right hand side, so it'll be the third exit off this roundabout, so I'll check my mirrors again, see if anybody followed me onto the slip road. As I approach the roundabout I'm going to put a signal on because I'll be entering a roundabout. And I'm going to pick an appropriate gear, but I still can't see, so I probably should be going into first gear, which was a good choice because there's quite a bit of traffic on the right. So I'm going to get the car prepared. I'm going to use a handbrake, but I'm going to keep the button pressed in, and I'm going to be looking to the right, just waiting for a safe gap, which means that I can get to the next exit before somebody gets to mine. I see one coming now. I'm going to move off as soon as the car from the right has cleared the front of my car. As I'm turning right, I'm going to stay on the inside of the roundabout until I get to the exit before the one I'm taking, which is just here. So I'm going to check my mirrors, I'm going to signal left, and I'm just going to position myself safely so that nobody's going to pull out in front of me and steal my lane or try and undertake me or anything like that. Now onto the dual carriageway. So check my mirrors, and it's good to speed up because we've got a nice open road ahead of me. The speed for this road is 70 miles an hour because it's a dual carriageway and it's national speed limit.
Okay, I'd now like you to follow signs for Dreghorn.
Okay, so I've been given another command, so I'm just going to check my mirrors just so that I'm aware of what's round about me. The current speed that I'm doing is about 65 miles an hour, so I'm showing the examiner that I can get up to speed on a dual carriageway. I see that there's cars in front of me, and I know this bit of road, so I'm not going to start overtaking people unless they're going really slow. Speed now is just about 68 miles an hour. I see the blue car, we are getting a bit close to them, so I'm going to overtake. So I'm going to check my mirrors, and I'm going to check them again. We're getting a bit close, so I'm going to move out past them. And as I go past the blue car, I'm going to check my interior mirror and left door mirror, just to make sure they're not speeding up. I'm going to stay in this lane until I can see the headlights in my interior mirror, and then I know it's a safe gap to come back in front of. I see the roundabout sign, so now I'm looking for the directions that was given. So I'm following the signs for Dreghorn. I see the road sign coming up on the left. Dreghorn is the first exit. So as I approach the roundabout, I'm going to ease off the gas, cover the brake, gently brake, and put an appropriate signal on. So because we're taking the first exit, we're going to signal left. Just using the brakes to slow down. I'm still in fifth gear, and as I can look to the right I can see that the road's empty, so at this speed third gear's appropriate, and it's a very sharp corner by the looks of it. I'm just going to keep the car going at a reasonable pace, and as the road starts to open up to me again I'm just going to check my mirrors and speed up.
Okay, that's the end of the independent part of the driving test. From now on I'll give you instructions on where to go at each junction. At the end of this road I'd like you to turn right.
Okay, so I've been given another instruction, so I'm checking my interior mirror, right door mirror, putting a signal on at an appropriate distance. I'm going to gently brake. I cannot see left and right, so it's going to be a first gear exit, what we call a blind junction. Looking to the left and to the right, left and the right, keep your head moving, follow the road round to the right, get into a nice position, check your mirrors because you're onto a new road, and carry on. The speed for this road is 30 miles an hour.
I'd now like to take the next turning on the right.
Right, so we've given another instruction, so we'll check our mirrors again. I've identified there's a road on the right. Now it's an appropriate time to signal, about 8 to 10 car lengths from the junction. I see a car coming towards me and a lady standing on the left hand side. Just going to slow the car down, give the car a chance to pass, and then I'm going to turn into the new road that I notice is now 20 miles an hour. Check my mirrors, nobody's followed me, I'm just going to hold back and let this car go past.
Take the next turning on the right.
The next turning on the right, so check my interior and right door mirror, signal right. I'm going to move into the position just left of the centre of the line. I'm going to gently brake, make sure I'm in second gear, look to the right and steer to the right. Try not to cut any corners unless I've got a reason to do so. Try to keep reasonably far from the cars that are parked. A bit of doors width is a good way to judge it, because
Take the next turning on the left.
next turning on the left, check my mirrors again, signal left, doing an appropriate speed for the corner. I can see that there's a big van parked, so I'm actually going to move into first gear so I can look through the back of the van, and then I'm going to have to turn onto the wrong side of the road just to make it past. As I check my mirrors to see that nobody's followed me, and then we're just going to move up, and then
At the end of the road, we're going to turn left.
so at the end of the road we're going to turn left. We're clear of all the hazards, so check my mirrors again, pop an appropriate signal on, and again it's a closed junction because I've got parked cars across from me. So I'm going to put my clutch down, roll into position, into first gear, look to the right, look to the left, look to the right, and as I steer to the left I'm moving out, looking ahead for any cars coming. See a hazard coming towards me, so check my mirrors, and I'm going to pull in, possibly not stop, because I'm going to use what they call a rolling holdback. I'm going to stop now because of the gold car, but as you can see I've not pulled into the curb. I'm keeping a nice position so that I can show my intentions is that I'm going to keep moving.
Take the next turning on the left.
The next turning on the left, so I'm going to give an appropriate signal again after checking my mirrors and follow the road round to the left, trying to keep reasonably close to the curb. About a metre out is enough.
Right, to pull up on the left hand side before the next junction.
Okay, there's a car behind me, so I'm going to put a signal on, cover my brake, and just gently move into position. Try not to block anybody's driveway or anything. Handbrake on, into neutral, awaiting the next instruction.
Okay, I'd now like to demonstrate a left reverse around the corner. We're going to use the corner in front of us here. If there's any questions, if not, when you're ready, carry on.
Okay, so prepare the car again, set the gas, find the brake, check my interior mirror, right door mirror, right hand blind spot. I notice that there's a road on my right hand blind spot, so just having a good look in there. And as I pull up, this isn't a parking manoeuvre, so I'm going to try and keep reasonably close to the curb, but I'm going to give myself about half a metre's distance. As I look in, I'm going to assess the corner. Doesn't look that tight, so I'm just going to pull up into position. A couple of car lengths past is plenty. Stick the car into reverse, set the gas, find the brake. That's the preparation done. I'm going to do a full observation. You can see a car coming towards me, so I'm going to let them pass, and then I'm going to look out the back window, find a straight reverse point, and reverse back. Trying to keep the car reasonably straight. And then I'm going to look out the front, see if anything's changed. I can see people walking towards me, but if I keep going, then I don't have to stop for them because they're still quite far away from me. Now, I've stopped here because there's a car coming out of the road that I intend to reverse into, and there's also a police car coming too. Right, car's secure, looking all round, making sure it's safe, looking into the road that I'm going to reverse into, and then I'm going to follow the road round after checking my right hand blind spot. Looking all round the car again, I can see the people are walking, but they're not close to me, so I don't need to stop. And I'm going to straighten the car up, try and get parallel with the curb, keep my eye on the old people as they walk down the road, and we're going to stop about 2 or 3 car lengths back from the car. Handbrake on, into neutral, awaiting the next instruction.
Okay, when you're ready, we're going to carry on. We're going to turn left when we get to the end of the road here.
Okay, check my mirrors, check my blind spot, handbrake off, see the man walking around in front of me, so I'm just going to give him time to get off the road. Looking to the right, looking to the left. The road's nice and clear.
At the end of this road, I'd like to turn right.
So check my interior mirror, right door mirror, signal up for right, cover the brake, gently brake, and approach the junction. I can't see left or right, so I'm going to use first gear. Up to the line, gives me a good view. Right, don't see anybody coming. Turn onto my side of the road. I see a couple of meeting opportunities, so I'm just going to let these cars come by, even though the hazard's on their side of the road. Right, I deem that to be a reasonable gap, so I'm going to continue it, and we're going to try and catch the green lights.
So we're going to turn right.
At the crossroads we're turning right, so we're going to check our mirrors. We're going to look for the crossroads. Well, I see them, it's just at the traffic lights. We're going to put an appropriate signal on to tell other road users what we're going to be doing, because I see a lot of people crossing the road, and we're also turning into a new road. The light's still green, it's okay for me to continue. Have a wee look to the right for any hazards. I see a workman standing there. Straighten up onto our side of the road, and looking ahead I can see that there's a zebra crossing. So I'll check my mirrors, and as I approach I'm just going to cover the brake just to give me a chance to stop if I see somebody walking towards it. I see a young family, so just watching them. I see a young boy on the left. There's nobody to stop for, and off I go. The speed for this road is 30 miles an hour.
When we get to the roundabout up ahead, we're going to turn left, first exit.
Okay, so I've been given an instruction. I'm going to check my mirrors because it's been a while since I checked them. And the road speed here is still 30 miles an hour, even though it looks as if it's out in the middle of nowhere, because we haven't seen a speed change. So we're going to make sure that we can control the car and keep it at a reasonable speed. I see the roundabout and I see the roundabout sign. We're turning left, so we'll check our interior and left door mirror. When we get to about the roundabout sign, that's an appropriate distance to put a signal on. I'm going to slow the car down, select second gear, look to the right, look to the left, look to the right again, nobody coming, and round we go.
At the roundabout up ahead again, taking the first exit.
Now we just passed the national speed limit sign, but I can actually see the hazard ahead, so I don't want to get up too quick. So 60 miles an hour approaching a junction would be just too quick. So we're going to keep it about 30 to 40. Check my mirrors, signal left, and we're just going to follow the road round to the left.
Now we'd like you to take the next turning on the right.
Okay, so check my interior and right door mirror. I can identify the road on the right, signal right. I'm going to move into position, and now I'm looking for cars coming towards me because they could be moving at about 60 miles an hour. I'm in second gear, I've had a look into the road, and I'm going to turn into the road. This road is now 60 miles an hour. The road's nice and clear ahead of me, so I'm going to try and get up to a reasonable pace. But I can see warning signs in the distance, so I'm not going to race up towards it. I'm doing about 45 miles an hour just now, which I deem to be an appropriate speed. I'm going to gently brake for the junction. I'm just going to try and look as I turn round in case anybody's on my side of the road. The speed for that corner was about 20 miles an hour. Coming into a 30 road, I'm going to check my mirrors because I'm going to be changing speed, and I'm looking ahead because I have to give oncoming vehicles priority. The speed for this road is 30 miles an hour. I see a cyclist, and I also see that I'm going to have to take priority at the next one. That's why we've got the big white arrow, and it says priority over oncoming vehicles. So check my mirrors just to make sure that I don't have anybody racing to overtake me. Move into position. Stay around the little chicane, check my mirrors, and we're going to go up to national speed limit now.
Get to the end of the road, we're going to turn left.
Okay, so the end of the road must be close. There's nobody following me because I've been keeping an eye on my mirrors. Well, I see the end of the road now, so I'll stick a signal on. Still in fourth gear, so I'll swap that down to second. I can see to the right, I can see to the left. It's okay to go because we've got a safeguard. The speed for this road is now 40 miles an hour. time is make sure that my car is nice and centred in the middle of the road, kind of same distance between the curb and the white line. Right, looking ahead, I can see some junctions on the left hand side, so I'm looking for traffic who maybe doesn't judge a safe gap very well. I don't see any traffic approaching any of these giveaway junctions. Just check my mirrors, still nobody following me. I see another junction approaching, a bus stop on the right hand side. I'm just going to be aware that there could be buses on this road.
When we get to the roundabout, I'd like you to take the third exit towards the town centre.
Okay, so we're going to take the town centre. It's the third exit. Now I would deem that as the road ahead, so the road ahead requires me to take the left hand lane. I'll check my interior and left door mirror. I won't apply a signal just now. I'm looking at the traffic coming round the roundabout, and I'm going to try and find an appropriate gap for me to use. I don't have one yet, but I see a white car. As that white car passes me, I'm going to move out. That's the first exit. The second exit's just coming up, so as I pass by the second exit, I'll check my mirrors again and signal left to come off for the town centre. I see some chevrons on the road. I'm going to try not to drive over them and just keep a nice distance from the curb, about a metre. Speed for this road is 40 miles an hour.
I'd like to take the next turning on the right.
Okay, so I've been given another instruction. I'm on a new road, checking my mirrors to see if there's anybody behind me, which there is. So I'm going to give an appropriately timed signal. And I can also see ahead that I've got a change of speed coming, so check my mirrors again. And as I get to about 8 to 10 car lengths, which is about here, I'm going to signal right, cover the brake, bring my speed down to about 30, move into position, drop my speed down even further, and I'm going to wait for the blue car to pass, because I don't deem that to be a safe gap. I'm in position for turning right, looking to the right, there's no obstruction, so I can turn into the road, straighten the car up, and follow the road round. I see a car coming out to give way. He's not looking at me, but I'm looking at him. Right, he did stop, check my mirrors, I'm going to pass by these parked cars. I'm going to give them about a metre's distance, just in case somebody opens a door. And then I'm going to check my mirrors and move back into the left hand side. Looking ahead, I can see potential meeting situations, so I'll check my mirrors again. There's nobody behind me, and there's nobody coming towards me, so I can just make my intentions clear. Move out in plenty of time, and move back in again. Right, now I can see a car coming towards me. I don't deem that to be a really safe gap, so I'm just holding back a wee bit. Check my mirrors, and I can move on.
At the end of the road, I'd like you to turn left.
So I'll check my interior and left door mirror for the end of the road instruction. Signal's on. I can't see left and right, so I'm going to put my clutch down into first gear. Look to the right. Oh, lucky I stopped. Look to the left. There is a hazard. But if we can move out round them, we can get that done. I see a car pulling out, so I'll just check my mirrors, go back a wee bit, give them a wee bit of chance to get up to speed.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the left.
So I'll check my interior and left door mirror. I'm going to signal left and change down to second gear. I'm going to gently brake, look to the left, and steer to the left, trying to follow the curb round without going onto the other side of the road. Check my mirrors because I'm on a new road. I see that there's been a couple of cars following me, and there's a couple of wee hazards ahead, so check my mirrors, look beyond the car before I decide to go. I can see enough that I can go round this first car, and then all the hazards seem to be on the other side of the road. So now I'm looking right up to the end of the road for any cars coming towards me. My speed just now is about 23-24 miles an hour because it's a bit restricted. road's starting to open up again, so I can possibly get up to about 30.
At the end of this road, I'd like you to turn left, please.
At the end of the road we're going to turn left, so check my mirrors just now. I've identified the end of the road. I can't signal just now because there's a road on the left, but I can check my mirrors and signal again. Nothing much has changed between the couple of times I've checked my mirrors. A couple of slow moving vehicles in front, so I'm just going to roll up behind them and pick a nice position. Looking to the right, looking to the left, looking to the right, and we'll move out. Back up to 30 miles an hour, check my mirrors because I'm on a new road. I'm going to change speed up to 40 miles an hour.
At the roundabout up ahead, I want you to take the 5th exit from one of the signs for Kilmarnock and Ayr.
Identify the roundabout, check my mirrors. The 5th exit is for Kilmarnock A71. Put my signal on in plenty of time to allow people to know that I'm intending to turn right. Looking to the right, the roundabout's quite busy, so I'm just going to select first gear and move up into position. Got some cars coming from the right that I don't deem to have a safe gap, but I do now. As quickly as I can, clear the exit. That's me up at 3rd gear. Put my signal back on again because it's went off. I'm counting down the exits, so the next one is mine, so check my mirrors, signal left, and I'll aim for the left hand lane. The speed for this road is 50 miles an hour.
At the next roundabout, I'd like you to go straight ahead, 2nd exit.
Okay, so the instructions straight ahead, 2nd exit. I've checked my mirrors in plenty of time. I can see the roundabout coming up, so I'm going to just ease off the gas so that my speed starts to reduce. And I'm going to start looking at the roundabout. To me it looks like quite a small roundabout, and it also looks quite busy, so I'm looking for cars coming towards me in the right hand lane with their signal on, because that means they're going to come across my path. Looking to the right, seems reasonably clear. Into 3rd gear, round the outside of the roundabout, check the mirrors, signal left, and accelerate off the roundabout. Speed for this road is still 50 miles an hour. Right.
At the next roundabout, I'd like you to turn right, 3rd exit.
Okay, so check my mirrors. There's nobody coming alongside me. I know that I have to move lanes because I'm going right. Ease off the gas, and at the 200 yard marker I'm going to signal right to show my intentions to turn right at the roundabout. There's a change of speed, so I know when I come off the roundabout it's going to be 40 miles an hour. There's a bus just passing me from the right, there's nothing coming after it. I'm going to enter the roundabout with my right signal on. I'm not going to take the lane on my right because it was a bit late for me, so I'm just going to follow the road round, check my mirrors, signal left. Oh, and I'm actually in the correct lane anyway for my exit.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the left.
Okay, so the next turning on the left, I've checked my mirrors because I came off the roundabout. I can see a white car behind me, so I'm going to give a signal to him. I'm going to cover the brake. I'm going to slow the car down because it's quite a sharp corner. Stick it into 2nd gear, clutch back up, round the corner, and I can see that this new road is 30 miles an hour. Check my mirrors and move up to 30 miles an hour. Now because it's going downhill, I just had to touch my brakes there so that I didn't exceed the speed limit just because of gravity.
like to ask you to pull up on the left hand side somewhere safe, convenient and legal.
So check my mirrors, I see there's nobody behind me. I'm just going to pull up on the left hand side, trying to get reasonably close to the curb and park. Handbrake on, into neutral.
Okay, if you'd just like to turn the engine off there now. End of the test. Congratulations, I think we could say on that one that you passed.
Hey!